is up, y'all? Oh my god, I'm so excited, but y'all don't even understand. Like, I've been wanting to make a YouTube channel since like last year at the least, but you know, I was always finding some way to make an excuse for it. But we're all in quarantine now, so I mean, what other excuses could I possibly have? As you can see by the title, this video is gonna be the things that I wish I knew before coming to college. Yeah, let's just get right into it. All right, so number one on my list, which definitely proves to be like the most important thing, probably my first semester, I wish I knew how money worked, to like everything involving money, like with the school process. So in high school, they stress FAFSA so much. Oh, make sure you fill out FAFSA, like just FAFSA, you know. So of course I filled it out, but I didn't qualify for nothing. So I was like, okay, bet. If you don't get, you know, financial aid, it's either you pay out of pocket or you're paying loans. We were like, obviously we can't afford to pay out of pocket, so we're gonna do loans. We're not stressing. We're like, okay, this is easy. You just fill it out, you get approved.
Stupid.
Until we actually started applying for loans. We started applying for loans and we kept getting denied. But like, I didn't really start getting worried, I don't think, until like probably like a week before I actually was gonna go to school. I remember the last thing we did was we went to a bank. They denied us. We tried Sally Mae, all those things. They're all saying no. So I'm like, yo, how am I paying for school? But you know, my parents were like, no, it's fine. You'll worry about it when you get to school. So I was like, all right, bet. So I get to school and I was still chilling until like about halfway through the semester. I try to register for classes, but I see I have a hold on my account, and I'm like, a hold for what? That's when I figured out it was from the financial office, and I'm like, oh. So I guess I had to pay that tuition. I guess they needed that or whatever. So then I started going to like my financial aid office. They couldn't tell me why we were getting disproved for loans, whatever. So eventually, finally, through like kind of searching up like reasons why, they figured out it was because my parents' credit was not like where it needed to be for me to get approved, because I needed them as a co-signer, because I can't take loans out in my name alone since I don't have credit established yet, which is also another thing. I wish like we knew we had to establish credit earlier, but whatever. But anyways, yeah, so my tuition for the fall wasn't paid. We didn't know how we were gonna pay for the spring. It was looking so slow. We didn't know what we were doing. I was literally already starting to think about either going to community college, transferring out somewhere cheaper, or like taking the semester off. Like, it was a whole mess. We finally figured out like winter break. That's when we kind of like made a plan, but it was just a whole mess, and I just wish I was better prepared for that before. So to sum it up, number one is just money, how loans work. And you could say like, oh, that's something basic, that's something that everybody should know. But as a child of foreigner parents and the first kid who's going to a 4-year college, there was a lot of things that they didn't learn with my older sibling, and it was just so many things that I was not aware of that they kind of just assumed that we all knew. I didn't, so I just wish I was better prepared for that. So yeah, that's my point number one. If the lighting's changing, by the way, I'm literally using the sun, so sorry. Number two, okay, so I wrote down it's okay to not know what you want to do. And I stand by this 1000%, because before I came to college, I was being pressured consistently, like, oh, what do you want to do? What are you going to do? Do you know what you're going to do yet? And I was just like, yeah. I'm going to be either therapist or psychiatrist, but you know, I'm going to go and major in psych and it's going to be fine. I'm going to pick one of those two. And that was what I had set my mind on. After completing my first year, I can like proudly tell you I don't know what I'm doing. I love psych, I really do. I love the 2 psych classes I've taken so far this year, but I don't know what I'm going to do as like a career. There's so many different things like I see myself doing. Like, I was considering teaching and just a whole bunch of different options. There's so much you can do with psych, and I feel like I'd be selling myself short, I guess, if I just settled for like the first thing that I've had my mind set on for years now, like without giving myself the opportunity to actually look into other things. So yeah, if you think you know what you're gonna do, or you do know what you're gonna do and that's what you're gonna do, like, that's fine. Some people really do know what they want to do from an early age. They stick with it, they move on. But if you don't know, it's okay. Don't like kill yourself trying to think of like, oh my god, I need to have this decided by now. I think it's really crazy how we're kind of expected to have our whole lives figured out by the age of what, 17, 18, 19. That's a little ridiculous if you ask me. Again, if that's you and you know what you want to do for a long time, kudos to you, but it's okay if you don't. Okay, number 3. I feel like I heard this a lot before coming to college, and I was like, yeah, no, I definitely won't. But don't skip class, okay? Like, I need you to look at me. Are you looking at me? Do not skip class, okay? Write it down. Put it all over your room. Don't skip class. Listen. You're gonna tell yourself, oh, I'm such a great student, I would never skip class. That would not be me, but you're gonna be tempted. And I promise you, once you skip that first class, trying to get up and go back to it the next day, It's gonna be a little. So I'm like, I can just read the notes. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. I had professors that literally straight up said from the beginning of the year, if you don't go to class, you're gonna miss this. The question is going to be based off something I specifically said that I did not put in the slides, and it's like, bruh. So I'd say at least like fill out your classes, because you might have some professors honestly that say class is mandatory, or some say it's not, but I would recommend at least for the first month go to every single class, because some professors, everything is like basically online and like they're kind of just reading off slides. But if you know you're someone like me who's gonna say they're gonna do when they get to their room but then not, then don't skip class. Please go to class. Homework might be easy to BS, but I don't know if it's easy to cheat on tests in college. Honestly, I haven't tried, but don't get yourself to that point. Just go to class, know the material, and you'll be good. Number 4. The semester is 4 months, and it goes by so much faster than I thought it would. I knew that the semester was that long, but it doesn't really register with you until like you're literally in there. It goes by like that. If you fail a quiz today, you don't have time to cry about it for a month like you did in high school. Guarantee you probably have a quiz again in 2 weeks. So you need to be on your stuff. You need to know what's going on, which kind of ties into this. Just be aware. Know when your assignments are due. I know in high school they talk about, yeah, we're doing certain things to prepare you for college, but realistically, high school did not prepare me for college. My first semester of college prepared me for college. It's 2 different worlds, 100%. So that's it. So for number 5, I have written down, you may not keep all your friends. Whether that's your friends from high school or friends that you meet in college, don't expect things to stay the same 100%, because things can change at any given moment. So me personally, it did not really happen to me like this, but I definitely know a lot of people who made friends on campus and thought they were like forever friends, and then things backfired. A few months in, people start showing their true colors, and you realize that what you thought you signed up for is not what you signed up for, and it can get pretty messy. Thankfully, I didn't have to go through that. I made few friends on campus, first of all, first semester, but people that I met were either through my friends from high school or people that lived on my floor. So I didn't really get into any messy situations. There was definitely a couple of friends from high school that I thought I would have kept talking to, but distance and all that stuff, it was like whatever. I didn't lose any major friendships, so that was good. Yeah. Along with that, for number 6, I also have, you do need a support system though. Even if it's not the friends that you made, whether you lose friends or not, you need to have people that you know that you can talk to, whether that's friends or family. Have people by your side, because I guarantee you there's going to be times when you're going to be going through or just be sad or miss home or whatever, or just feel a little bit out of place, and you're going to want those people to talk to. It's not even like I didn't have people that I could talk to, because I know I have my close friends and stuff, but I'm a Virgo, so it's hard for me to kind of open up or just kind of share my problems, because I feel like I'm burdening, and that's something I need to work on, but I'm getting there. But yeah, definitely don't try to carry everything by yourself. First semester, if I talked to people more, when I started really going downhill, it would have made coping much easier. So highly recommend having a support system. Number 7, go outside of your comfort zone. First semester, right? We had a club expo, and I signed up for every club I saw that I liked. I was like, oh, put my name on the list. And then I never actually ended up going to any of the meetings. I ended up spending most of my semester in my room. I kid you not. And I regret it. But I mean, second semester, I did get more involved, so it's okay. But yeah, go outside of your comfort zone. If you want to make friends, you're not going to make them sitting in your room. I don't know if that's what I thought was going to happen, but apparently it doesn't work like that. So yeah, you might have to go out. It's not like you have to do anything crazy either. You can go to the library. You can meet people through like clubs related to your major. There's so many opportunities, depending on what school you go to, of course. But I would say for the most part, you should definitely try to get involved. Push yourself a little bit. That also ties into my next point, number 8, which is don't do anything you don't want to do. Yes, push yourself outside of your comfort zone, but also know your limits and know what you're comfortable with. If you're in a situation where you're genuinely like, oh my god, like I don't want to be here, this is not me, this is not who I am, don't stay in that situation. You can have fun and you can push your boundaries while still respecting yourself. Don't compromise your morals and values because you feel like you have to fit in. Also, it's getting dark. Like I said, sorry, it's the sun. But just because you're coming in as a freshman does not mean you need to be drinking, does not mean you need to be smoking. Not everyone does it. Don't feel like you have to. And I go to UMass, which is the party school of Massachusetts. My first weekend, there were so many ambulances around campus because people were literally getting alcohol poisoning because they were going crazy. But you don't need to. Know what you're comfortable with and you'll be good. Number 9. Okay, so I'm a pretty healthy person. I don't get sick easily. My immune system's pretty strong. Shout out to her. But it's inevitable. I came in thinking that must apply to everybody else, not me, because I'm good. But I wasn't. It's crazy. You're gonna get sick. If you think you're not, I'm sorry. I was in lectures with like 400 people. Everybody would be silent for the first 10 minutes, and then once that one person coughs, everyone else takes it as a universal like sign as, okay, now we can all cough, and then everyone's just coughing, and you're just like, ew. It's gross, but it's gonna happen. Just prepare yourself now. If you're someone who gets cranky or grumpy when they're sick, or just you don't like it, sorry. So number 10. Okay, so this is something that I've been thinking about since high school, but I just realized it even more since being in college. Community college should be way more accepted and should not be frowned upon. First of all, community college is cheaper. So if you're someone who wants to transfer later and wants to get a degree from a 4-year college or something, you can go to a community college for 1 or 2 years, save money, get your gen eds done, and then transfer, sometimes for free depending on programs, or just for a lower price, and it's the same thing. You're literally gonna get the same degree as someone who was there for 4 years and is in $60,000 worth of debt versus you who might be in like $10,000 or less depending. Not only is it cheaper, but I feel like it allows you to get to experience other things too. You can probably work on the side too if that's something that's important to you. If you just want to make money, I think that's really helpful. Also, if you're doing something that does not need that much further education, then I would highly suggest it, because why not? You can be there much quicker. I don't know, that's just my opinion on it. Alright, so we are now approaching our last two, and number 11 is gap years. I think gap years should be way more accepted, and just like community college, it should not be frowned upon. Honestly, after high school, a gap year should be required, because you can just kind of pause and just kind of think about what you're going to do. Because if you think about it, we've been in the school system at this point for 12 years, and you always knew what was happening next. After second grade or third grade, after middle school, you graduate, you go to high school, and to deciding what your whole future is going to be revolved around. Like, that's a little insane. If you ask me, I honestly wish I took a gap year, because sometimes I do feel like, am I wasting time? Am I wasting money? College is not cheap. You don't want to be there for 4 years, absolutely no clue of what you want to do, no interest or nothing, just because you feel like you have to be in time with what everyone else is doing. There's no time limit. You're not behind. Just because you graduate 1 year later than people that you graduated high school with or whatever does not mean anything. There's no time limit, okay? Don't feel rushed to do anything. I just really think that a gap year could have honestly helped me, and I could have not only thought about what I want to do, I could have took the time to actually see how I'm gonna finance school. I probably would have worked. There's this program called City Year that I still want to do at some point. But basically, alright. So basically,
that you had you.
Basically, you're put in a designated city. I think you get to choose, and you are a teacher there, and you mentor younger kids, but then you're also partnered up with an older mentor who can kind of help you with whatever you want to do. If y'all want to know about that, you know, you can ask me, whatever, hit me up. But yeah, I just feel like gap years are underrated and should really be valued more. People should be encouraged to take gap years. But all right. Okay. All right, so my last point, number 12, college is not for everybody. This idea that college is the only way to be successful and that without it, you're gonna be a failure is crazy. College is not necessary for everything, especially if you're someone who has a plan and you know what you want to do and you know that there's another route you can take to get there. Why would you delay yourself by 4 years to get a degree that you're not even gonna use when you already have an idea of how to get there without it? There's so many people that I see doing well off without college, and I think that's amazing. The only reason why I'm actually in college is because I don't know what else I would do. Personally, I love college for the social aspect. I love getting to meet new people from other states, people from all over the world. It's diverse. Diverse. I go to a PWI, but diverse in other aspects. Diversity is not just color, so fair. But yeah, no, I don't see why we feel like everyone needs to go through this factory. I can go on a whole rant about college, honestly, but let me not even do that. We can save that for another time. But anyways, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for making it to the end if you did. I know this video is about to be so long. I'm so sorry. I just felt like I had to share. But I appreciate it. This was my 12 things that I wish I knew. If you guys have anything else you want to know about college, any other questions, you can definitely ask me them in the comments or whatever. I'm definitely going to be making a lot more videos like this. So if you guys are in college or graduated already and you agree with any of these, please let me know. If I missed some things, also comment them down below. If you're an incoming freshman and you liked any of these or you found any of these helpful, also let me know. I would really love to know that I helped you guys out in some way. Make sure to like this, comment, and
Subscribe.
share this with your friends. Share this with anyone who you know about to go into college who might find this helpful. If you found this information helpful, I really hope you guys did. With that being said though, like I said in the beginning, I'm so excited about this channel. I have so many ideas already planned out for future videos, and I'm serious about this, okay? I'm gonna be consistent. I know some people get on YouTube, they make 1 or 2 videos, and then they're like, never mind, but I have a vision, okay? Don't you want people to say that you were like one of like my first 100 subscribers?
Come on. Yeah, you know.
Okay.
So stay tuned because I got so much coming for y'all. Thank you. All right, I'm out.